Hello everybody, it is Andre Chrome here, and today I'm going to be showing you some awesome infected spots on every single Call of Duty Ghost map, starting off with Prison Break. So what you want to do is you want to jump up on this rock, jump up in between these two tree branches, jump again and hold the sprint button, and you will run up on this branch. You can duck under this tree to go even further along this branch, and this is right beside the prison lookout tower. This is better for a private match, because if it's online, you get tomahawked. But if you want to hide in online, this would be a pretty good spot since not a lot of people know about it. The next spot on Prison Break is right up here at the prison lookout tower, and you can stand at the end of the staircase and catch them while it's coming up, or you can jump up on this railway, like, yeah, and you can catch them while it's coming up also, and they won't expect it. And on this wall, you can use the lean feature to as cover so that they don't tomahawk you while they're climbing up the ladder, because they can hold your tomahawk. And this is a good spot for online since you have good options and good cover. The next map is Octane, and what you want to do is you want to climb up onto this roof right beside the gas station, and you can use this little wall as cover for that ladder. And if you come over to this little like electrical box, you can use the lean feature to catch them while they're climbing up the ladder or going up on that truck. And you can also peek over. You can also use the lean feature over here since the wall's already broken. And this ladder over here, you can use this electrical box and use the lean feature. Once I find it, it takes a while. You can use the lean feature to catch them off and use it as cover. And you can use this electrical box. You can't really lean, but you can catch them off guard. And a little tip, if you're infected, you can come up on this side and you can throw knife anybody that is over there. Now on to Tremor. So what you want to do is you want to come over to this end of the map where the broken building is. I mean, all the buildings are broken, but this broken building. And they only have two ways to come, essentially, in front of you and to the side. You can hop up on this little box, or you can go under to use it as cover. You can use the lean feature also. And, you know, it's good if you have a bunch of people so that you can have each other's backs. The next spot on Tremor is right along the path of the other spot, and what you're going to do is you're going to climb up that ladder and jump on this circular sort of like lamppost, and you can catch them off guard here, catch them all around, and it's better for private match so they can't tomahawk you. On to Freight, this spot's right at the end of the map. There's only one way really they can come from, and if you have a bunch of people here, you could get a lot of kills since you have each other's backs. The next spot on Freight is into this sort of garage on the right side of the map, if you're facing my way, and you just jump up on those two sets of barrels, and then you'll come up here, and you can go from here, and they won't be able to throw knife you until they fully get up, which will take a second and a half, and that gives you plenty of time to shoot them. You can also come up on this barrel and catch them off guard around here, which is a pretty good spot. Now, if you're infected, a good way to infect some people is by hopping up onto this Freight and jumping and using your throwing knife, because you catch them off guard and they won't expect it. The next spot is up here in the warehouse, and it's on the left side if you're facing the way my character is. And there's only two ways you can get up: by the staircase and via the ladder. You can have a couple people standing here and you can just catch them off guard. You can have other people standing there and, you know, just work together. Also, if you can have a person right here and they can catch them off guard on this ladder over there on the window, and if they're trying to climb up that ladder. And if you are infected, another great spot to infect people is if you climb up on this Freight and you jump up onto this snowy roof. They won't expect you coming since they'll expect you going on the ladder, and then you can just infect everybody. The next map is Whiteout, and what you want to do is you want to come up over here, up beside the docks, up on this ladder, and if you move around or go prone, it'll be harder to tomahawk you, and you can just catch them while they're coming up on the stairs. And also, if you have another person or two up here, it's a pretty good spot since you guys have each other's backs. The next map is right beside the docks, and you just want to go on that little iceberg thingy and jump up onto these docks, and then you're just going to jump up here, and they have to fully push themselves up. So for private matches, this is a good spot since you can just catch them while they're climbing up. The next map is Stormfront, and you want to come over to this end of the map. They can only come from the bridge, under the bridge, and the staircase, and you can just pop them. So it's a pretty good spot. The next spot is right on top of the bridge, and what you want to do is you want to align yourself, just align yourself on that circular kind of rail, and you're gonna jump onto this edge, and then you can move along the ledge is, I guess, and go all the way to the end. And this is obviously for a private match, and it'll be really hard to get you, and then you can fit a lot of people on here, and it's a quite good spot. The next spot is over here. You just want to come over to the side, jump up on these plants, jump up on the side, align yourself to the second last line, and you're just gonna strafe jump onto the sledge, and then you're just gonna walk along this ledge onto the little like support stands, and then you can stand here, or you can jump on this ledge and just come up here, and you'll be at a high point, and then you can just shoot and catch them off guard. For the next map, Siege, the first spot is at the end of the map over here, and they can only come from really two ways, in front of you and diagonal from you. And if you have like 2 to 3 people here, you should be good. Move around and you probably won't get tomahawked. You can also jump up on these barrels just if you want to have some elevation advantage, and it's a pretty good spot. The next spot, you want to jump up on this object, then go on this ledge, and then walk along this edge, and when you get to the top, crouch so that you can go all the way to the top. And this is in the cave. You can fit quite a lot of people up here, and you can do the exact same thing on the other side. They would preferably use this on private match, or else you probably get tomahawked. And you can use this pipe if it's too crowded, come over here and then crouch, and your head will be covered into the cliff, so you won't be that visible. So this is a pretty good spot. Onto Warhawk. The first spot is at the island map over here, and they only have one way they can come to you, so it's a good spot, and you can just catch them while they're coming to you. For the second spot, you just want to come up this flight of stairs, and you just want to come here. They only have one way, actually 2 ways to get you, but you can use the same feature and catch them here. And the second way to get up is like this. You have to climb up on this truck, as so, and then you would just jump up onto this side, run across, and then get everybody inside. The last spot, you just want to come up this flight of stairs, and they can only come from one way, well actually 2 ways again, and I'll show you. And you can use the lean feature over here, and you can jump up onto these objects and then catch them while they're coming. And also, if you go prone here, you can just catch them here, since they can't really throw enough you, since you have that sign blocking you. Now if you're the infected dude, it's hard to get up here, but if you do get it, you can infect everyone. You have to get on this edge of the map of the sign, and then you can just jump here and then infect everybody in the building. For the next map, Soulbrain, the first one, you want to come up over here on this flight of stairs, jump up on this balcony and come over here, and then you can use the lean feature and catch anybody coming over here. And you can do that on the other side also, and just use it for the same exact purpose. You can use this for both online and private match, I guess. And if you see this coming, you can use this to get to the next side of the map carefully. The next spot is at the end of the map over here, like this little rail kind of thing, track for the tanks, and then you can go on either side and go prone for cover or just catch them off guard. It's a pretty good spot, but you should have someone else with you. Moving on to Warhawk, there's only one spot really, and it's right up here at the end of the map if you climb onto this, like little warehouse building, I don't know. And then if you were infected, if you saw right before there, you could jump up on that rail and they won't expect you, and you can just tomahawk them. But anyways, yeah, it's a pretty good spot since you can catch them while they're coming up the ladder. If you go here, and you just have a lot of space, you can use it. You can use cover here so you don't get tomahawked from there. And it's a pretty good spot, especially since a lot of people usually come up here, and you know it's a lot of space that you can move around. So it's a pretty good spot, and you can also go right there and catch them. On Stonehaven, come over to this little house over here. There's only one way in, so it's a pretty good spot to catch them while they're coming in. You can go prone and get them here. Not a lot of people know about it. You can come here, and you can infect someone, and they'll come stand here at the door, and you can just shoot everyone, but that's really cheap, so don't do that. I'm just telling you because I've seen people do that. But if you are infected, you can line yourself up there, hit your throwing knife against the stove, and then it'll ricochet and hit him, because that's where the person would be to get the kills. Back there they couldn't see you on the other side, so it's a pretty good spot. I'll show you 2 spots if you come over here at the end of the map. if you come over here, you have a lot of cover and there's a lot of distance between you and them, and you have the weapon advantage, obviously. Or also over here, you can use the lean feature and just catch them while they're coming. You could find it. I didn't find it, but anyways, also over here you can use the lean feature and you can just catch them while they're coming. So it's a pretty good spot. And also, if you jump, yeah, you can catch them while they're coming with the ladder also. But anyways, if you come over here, you have a lot of space. So, you know, you can only come from two ways really, and you have a lot of space to utilize. If you come here to this, like, I don't know, like shell, like, I don't know, just like this object, and you climb up, it's a pretty good spot on chasm, I don't know. It's good since they can't throwing knife you through the window. See, if they try to throwing knife you, it'll just bounce off. So it's a pretty good spot if you move around, and you know you can use it especially if you have other people up here also. If you come up right up here, jump up on the object, jump up on the roof of the truck, jump up on the bus's mirrors, and come up here on the roof of the bus, you can use it to your advantage as they can knife you, and it's a pretty good spot. If you come along to this debris and you come on the side and you just jump over here on the ledge, they can't knife you and you're in a high spot, so it's pretty good. If you come over here at the end of the map and there's like those little like support beams, and you just jump over here, not jump, just like follow through over here, and then you jump to the other one. It's a pretty good spot if you want to hide. They probably won't find you, especially if you go prone or crouch since you're covered. But if you go too far, you'll slip off, so don't. On private match, this is an ideal spot if you come here to the end of the map and you just follow this palm tree that's like barely hanging. They can't like shoot it and it'll fall off or something, but it's ideal for private match since look at that, you have so much space and they probably won't get you. If you come over to where the flood is and you jump down into the water, and you can just climb up this little ledge or pipe, and then you're at a high advantage. They probably won't know how to get up, and it's a pretty good spot. If you come over to the tunnel right beside the first spot and you get a couple buddies with you, there's only two ways they can come, so it's a really good spot to hold off. For strike zone, this is more of a team effort, so you want to get a couple people on both sides of the in the dining room, you know, and so the first side would be here, you would hold off against this door, and on the other side you would have people holding off against this door. You can have people line up against these crates in front of me, have some people in the kitchen holding off, and together you could hold up really well and get a lot of kills. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe for more videos coming soon. I did work a lot on this, so I hope you enjoyed it, and see you guys later.